Hero Giant in a nutshell. Giant will be the next hero coming to Clash Royale. You can find him in the Hero Gacha in your Magic Items tab. He has a 2 elixir ability that allows him to throw a troop away. When throwing a troop, it will target the one with the highest HP. The distance a troop is thrown is based on where it was standing, so if they place their Mega Knight closer to the middle of the arena, it will get thrown very far away. But if they place it more inside, the throw won't be as far that it will jump back to the giant and start attacking it. While in the middle of the throw, troops are considered air troops, so they don't kite other cards. They are also untargetable by Sparky and Bowler, so it's not just a range issue. It even goes as far as having them be immune to Earthquake. And it's not about them being immune to spells, cause Vines and other spells work on them fine. Ranged cards such as Archer can continue attacking them for a bit while they are in the air. And obviously air cards can do the same since they can attack stuff in the air. This means that theoretically they can kite air troops with a thrown unit, but the throw is too fast that even minions can't keep up with it and would end up going back to their tower. The only air troop that they can kite is bats, or basically anything with a very fast movement speed. The one exception to this rule is Hero Knight taunting before getting thrown, as he would kite literally every single thing because of the taunt effect. There is throw damage, but it's too low that it doesn't even kill a goblin. Here's the funny part. You think you are smart using an air troop? Bye bye, loser. Yeah, the ability works on air troops, and in all honesty, I am not even sure why it does. Air troops don't take any impact damage because they don't hit the ground when they are thrown. Won't change much, but it's cool to know. Countering him will heavily depend on the deck you are using, because swarm cards do well against him, and you can always go for your trusty ranged cards and keep a good distance. But if your only response is something like Pekka, you are genuinely fried. Buildings will still work great against him since he can throw them, and to be honest, even if he could, that wouldn't really help him. One of the more creative counters is Evo Ghost, because if they yeet him, he would become invisible again on the opposite side while the soldiers are still helping deal with the giant. Fisherman works wonder if you know where to place him, because even when he gets punched, nothing would change. But that's not all. You can deploy the Fisherman directly on him since you typically play him in the middle anyway, so this way you wasted his ability. But watch out, because depending on where you place the Fisherman, the throw might be too far that he would ignore the giant. Basically, you want it placed as far as possible from the middle side of the arena, so this is the worst possible position. Inferno Dragon still works because you can outrange it. Technically, it's kinda like against E-Giant. Mighty Miner has a funny interaction because you can get him thrown and then ability back with the biggest middle finger imaginable. Since he doesn't punch invisible cards, an Archer Queen into him can be a good play if you time your ability perfectly. Now, if you are using him, the biggest rule of thumb is to never activate the ability early. If you do, they will just waste it with skeletons and then play whatever card they want on top of it. Like, I would understand pre-firing the ability if the cooldown starts from the back, but it only starts after he uses it. I guess the one time I'd accept it is if you cycle to a second one. You could pre-ability and then place a second one and have 2 heroes with 2 abilities active. Or with Mirror, but let's be real here. You are not pulling that in a real match, are you? This ability will allow you to clear the way for your troops from a lot of things. For example, an E-Drag is no longer a threat for your giant double prince because he will just get thrown away. Oh, this ability can throw Meditating Monk, which will save your Sparky. Insane to think that it's no longer a bad play to play Sparky into a monk. He will also make piercing splash cards way harder to use because he can throw them. People usually have to place their XE within reach despite being ranged just to get that lineup, but your giant can punch him off now. It can also make Goblin Stein useless because when the monster is thrown on the opposite lane, the ability will do nothing. And if you have a split lane push, you could send in a small surprise to your troops on the other lane to feast on. This hero is also broken on defense. If they rush the opposite lane to punish you, just send their stuff to the card that they tried to punish. It's also very good at dismantling big pushes, like eating a Lava Hound exposes their balloon and other support cards. Being this good at breaking down pushes means that you want to push same lane into every single deck no matter what. I'm sure there will be an exception to this rule, but eating their golem to the opposite side, automatically being up 8 elixir and exposing all their support troop sounds insanely broken. And whoa! What did they do to him? That's sick. Anyway, Electro Giant can also be punched even with his zap effect. For King activations, nothing changed again cause it's the same card and the ability doesn't really mess with the Fisherman or Tornado. Here are these sound effects. Dude, okay, so I found out this kind of gacha thing only today, or like the day that I'm recording this video. And I'm gonna be honest, if I get like Musketeer 5 times and I don't get a single giant, I'm gonna break something, my dudes.